What's up, YouTube? Got another little quick demo video for you today. This is the second Master QKG or QGJ that I've installed. This one happens to be an eco, so I'm going to do a little short demo showing it off. Alright, now that we're at the desk, let's take a closer look. I've got it all disassembled already to kind of save a little bit of time, but this is the emitter piece. It threads into here, super simple to take it off. You just unthread it. And then you got just a pommel cap, and that's basically the two places that this hilt disassembles from. The other thing that I think the customer will want to do, so I'll mention it, is that you'll need to take this CoverTech wheel off. You can slide this shroud up once the emitter is off too. So you can slide that up, and then there's a channel right here where you have all your wires and stuff from this bottom piece of the chassis. I did have enough slack, that way you can actually push this chassis piece out, get to the board, do whatever you need to do, and then you can tuck everything back in, and then reverse order, slide the shroud back down, put this screw in, that'll hold that in place, and this gets pushed in all the way. So that's how that works, and you do have access to everything. I put, I think, one Qui-Gon Jinn font on here just to kind of demo it, but the client did say that he can program and do all that, so he's going to do that himself, which is kind of nice, not having to do that, me personally. But uses an 18650 battery. The bottom side inside the hilt is negative, so flat side down into the saber. You can just push it in. I like to keep my finger back here, add some support, that way you're not putting too much stress on the chassis. And then down here, you do have a kill switch, and you want to flip it. I think you slide it inward, and that'll turn on the saber. You can kind of give it a test. There it is. You can go ahead and put the speaker pod back in. Funny story with this, I wanted to put a Smuggler's Outpost 28mm, just because it's kind of known as the best speakers. They're very loud, very good quality. But I realized that you actually can't do that with this with this chassis. The speaker is slightly taller than the KR one, and so when I would put it in, the speaker would vibrate as it should, but it would crackle against the pommel piece. Sorry. So unfortunately I couldn't do that. I had to take it back out, put the KR Sabres one in there. But it is fully enclosed. It's 28mm speaker. It's still very loud, very good quality. Not really sacrificing much there, but there's those stock pins that make that connection between the speaker and the rest of the chassis. If I can get this to thread, you can just screw that back on, give it one more test. And as you can hear, very loud. This thing screams. Yeah, so it's an eco chassis, obviously. It's very simple. Let's go ahead and put this carefully back on. Make sure you don't... Yikes. Make sure you don't hit that, this emitter piece on those pins. One thing you can also do is keep the kill switch flipped until you do that. That's a good safe practice there. And this is your hilt all assembled. The only other thing I needed to do was I noticed that when I screwed all these pieces in, it was too tight, and so it stayed pressed against the button. So I actually had to shim it with one layer of blue tape underneath this what would you call that, this I almost want to say grommet, but I feel like that's not the right term. This this trim piece right here, this silver piece. So it's underneath there, you don't see it, but it adds just enough height and keeps everything tight, so everything screws properly, but you still got the right plunger height with the button and everything works right. So those are the only two complications I ran into, was the speaker and the button. So not a big deal, worked through it. There's the blade plug. You get a little bit of shine through, you can kind of see it there. It's kind of hard to see. Your retention screw for the blade's up here. So I'm going to flip this camera around, put the blade in, and do a little bit of demoing with that. So let's flip this around. Oh my gosh. All right. So to put the blade in, you just have to loosen this retention screw. And of course I have the wrong size. I'm just a mess right now. Once you have the right size Allen key, you can loosen that retention screw. I believe this blade plug is pretty loose, it just drops out. Get my test blade here. Boom. All right. So you just insert the blade. You'll hear it hit those pins. Press down a little bit as always and tighten this retention screw. Okay, should be good. Oops. This does have FET's button prop for one button. So you just press to turn it on. Press for blaster block. Hold for a second and release for quotes.
These Federation types are cowards. The negotiations will be short.
And then you can hold and clash for lockup.
We'll handle this.
I think the battery just popped out a little bit.
This is an odd play to the choice. Are you brainless? We've got to warn the Naboo and contact Chancellor Valorum. But stow it all out of what we've done on the planet.
Finally! Holy frick. That took me a few tries.
It's the sound of 1,000 terrible things heading this way.
There we go. Saber lock. And then to switch fonts while it's off, you can just hold and release.
I'm Qui-Gon Jinn.
There's only one on there, so it just went to the same one. Double click for music. And then it's a track selection, so you can twist. If there's more than one.
I'm Qui-Gon Jinn.
But yeah, that is the Master QGJ. Very cool hilt. It's very high quality. I really like the matte finish and just the way it feels in the hand and everything, two-handed. So very nice quality saber. I hope you enjoy it when you get it back. It's definitely a very nice one that I hope to add to my collection one day. So yeah, so for everybody who stuck around and watched me ramble on and on about this saber, thank you for watching the video. As always, I'm open to commission, so if you have any saber questions or possibly are looking to have work done, you can always reach out to me. I'm on YouTube and Instagram for the most part. I have a Facebook, but I don't really use it for sabers much. So contact me through one of those. We'll get set up, and talking about sabers and stuff. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.